In this video, I'll answer the question, what is a quad set? I'll explain how to do a quad set optimally, and I'll share the reason to perform quad sets. And just to be clear, it's not meant to strengthen your muscles. A quad set is a leg exercise. Quad is short for quadriceps, the four muscles on the front of your thighs. Set is short for setting or turning on or contracting the muscles. The quad set is an isometric contraction, which means you're turning on your muscles without moving your leg. In reality, there may be a tiny bit of movement, but someone across the room wouldn't notice it. Quad sets need to feel good or neutral both during the exercise and afterwards. Your knee pain shouldn't increase, and there shouldn't be any new discomfort, aching, or burning sensations. Now, many exercises are designed to make muscles tired, but most people won't get tired completing quad sets. However, it's still a very worthwhile exercise, and I'll explain why later in this video. Start with your knees straight. You might sit with your legs straight out in front of you like this, or you could recline a little bit or even lie down completely. Tighten or turn on the muscles on the front of your thigh. You'll likely feel the back of your knee press into the surface that it's resting on. Each time you tighten the muscles, hold the contraction for 5 seconds and then relax. So 1 repetition is contracting the muscle, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relaxing. You may have heard the recommendation to hold for a full 10 seconds, and this is fine to do if it feels good to your knee. But in cases where the knee joint is easily irritated, 5 seconds is usually less likely to cause symptoms. If you're dealing with knee pain related to arthritis, osteoarthritis, or chondromalacia, and if the quad sets feel comfortable to you, you'll want to perform them several times per day and work up to completing a total of 100 repetitions daily. However, if you feel any pain or discomfort during or after performing quad sets, I recommend that you alter how you're doing the exercise. The first way to improve an uncomfortable or painful quad set is to use a combination of nearby muscles. Start by tightening your core muscles. One way to do this is to pretend you're extinguishing a candle at arm's length and maintain the tension that you feel in your abdomen. Then squeeze your hip muscles together. So I'm tightening my core, I'm gonna add the hip muscles, squeeze those together, and while I'm tightening all of those muscles, then I'll perform a quad set. If you had any discomfort or clicking or rubbing inside your knee when you first did a quad set, tightening the nearby muscles like your core and your hip will often eliminate this problem. And as a side note, you may choose to perform quad sets on both legs simultaneously. And this can be beneficial if one side or one quadricep is harder to turn on, which often occurs with knee pain or swelling. By performing both sides together, the side that is easier to turn on will help the other side learn how to contract better. But let's say the quad set still feels painful to you. The second way to eliminate pain during the quad set is by adjusting the angle of your knee. You may have noticed that I have a towel roll under my knee. I rolled up a small hand towel and it's a few inches in diameter. This prevents my knee from straightening all the way when I do a quad set, but it might not be enough to make the quad set completely comfortable. So I often encourage my clients to keep building up the towel roll until the quad sets feel good. So I'll take a large bath towel and just roll it around the small towel roll that I was using and slide that under my knee and then perform another quad set. So I'll tighten and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax. Now, if it's still not comfortable, then I'll roll another bath towel around the towel roll I have. Now, the larger the towel roll gets, the more likely when you do a quad set that you'll be tempted to allow your heel to lift up off of the surface that you're lying on and are sitting on, and you don't want that to happen. So keep the heel on the floor, even with a larger towel roll, when you try the next quad set. And hold 2, 3, 4, 5. The third and final way to optimize the quad set is by decreasing the intensity of the contraction. Muscles get stronger when you challenge them. If your goal is muscle strengthening, then you need to use a lot of effort to work the muscle. Typically, the recommendation for muscle strengthening is to achieve a lot of fatigue by completing an exercise somewhere between 6 and 15 repetitions. In most cases, for active people, quad sets are not going to strengthen your muscles because simply tightening the muscle isn't much of a challenge. So the reason that I highly recommend the quad sets is because research has shown that by contracting the quad muscles, it thickens the joint fluid inside the knee. Healthy joint fluid is thick like egg whites. It protects the joint surface, the cartilage inside your knee. But if you've had some swelling in your knee, that's a thinner, more watery fluid. It doesn't protect and support your cartilage. Plus, swelling makes it harder to turn on the quadriceps. By tightening your quads, you will thicken the joint fluid inside your knees. However, if you experience any pain or discomfort during or afterwards, this is an indication that the inside of your knee doesn't tolerate the force of your contraction. When this occurs, I recommend turning on your quads with less force. If 100% contraction is the hardest you can possibly contract your quads, notice my heel lifts up, which we don't want. 0% is totally relaxed, then I suggest trying a 30% contraction. Sometimes people feel like quad sets are a waste of time because they're not very hard to do. But by completing quad sets in a comfortable way several times a day, you will thicken your joint fluid and protect and support the inside of your knees. And this is extremely beneficial for anyone with knee joint pain with diagnoses like arthritis, specifically osteoarthritis, or chondromalacia. All right, in this video, I've covered 3 aspects of the quad set. I've explained what a quad set is. I've demonstrated how to perform a quad set and how to eliminate any discomfort you may be having during the exercise. And I've shared the reason to perform quad sets, that it increases the health and the thickness of the fluid inside your knee, which protects your knee joint, the surface, the cartilage, and it also decreases knee pain, swelling, and stiffness.